Hello and welcome back for another episode of the White Sox March to October. And today we're getting ready to start our second postseason run of the series and defend our title after winning the World Series in 2024, which still sounds surreal to say, even if this is a video game with the season the White Sox are having in real life 2024. But also don't be alarmed. I know things are looking a little bit different than they used to, but all I did was I took my desk, I rotated it 90 degrees so you guys are just seeing a different corner of my room behind me. And I also figured I'd give a slightly different camera angle a bit of a try. So we're going to be a little off center. This is where I'm going to be looking to play the game. But also with this being the start of a new postseason, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be changing the format a little bit of how we get through the postseason. So all we're going to change is the fact that now every single series in the postseason is going to be its own episode. So today we're going to be playing the entirety of the ALDS against the Astros. Assuming we win, we'll play the entire ALCS next episode, and if we move on past that, the entire World Series will be its own episode. So this might mean new episodes take slightly longer to come out, but I think in the long run, this will also lead us to actually getting through the playoffs a little bit quicker than normal, because it always kind of feels like the pace is kind of ground down to a halt when we make it to the postseason. Like looking back at year one, we had 14 regular season episodes, but then it took 9 episodes to get through the entirety of the playoffs. So this time it'll be a maximum of 3, but I just think all around this is going to be a better way to do it. So buckle in. We might have some long episodes coming up, but we got to start by taking on the Astros in the division series. And we didn't actually have to face the Astros in year one. Usually you have to face the Yankees and the Astros if you're an AL team in the playoffs, but last year they played against each other before I could face one of them, and the Yankees ended up winning. So this time we get the Astros. The Yankees could be waiting for us, but the only time ever in the history of me playing March to October that I haven't won the World Series, it came in a division series with the White Sox against the Astros. So I'm not looking past this. We still got to lock it in and play some good baseball against these guys. So before we start, let's take a look at what their team's looking like, what they're going to be throwing at us here. They were the wild card team, finishing second behind the Rangers in the AL West, but still a 96-66 record. They're the 4th ranked team overall, and they're very balanced. I mean, 3rd in contact, 4th in power, 7th in pitching. And taking a look at their team, I mean, it's the Astros. You got Tucker at a 93, Jordan at a 95, and Altuve up at a 91. So 3 90+ overalls in the starting lineup. You also got to deal with Yainer Diaz, Chas McCormick, Jeremy Pena in the postseason. And then bringing up the rear is Corey Julks, Seth Brown. Is there anything really to worry about here? Not really in Julks. Brown, he's got a little bit of power against righties, but he actually didn't play. Okay. Versus lefties, I think the only change is they're going to get Nick Senzel in here to play 3rd, and that makes sense. He should be destroying left-handed pitching. Oh, and I think they also have one more change. Yeah, Jake Myers gets in to play center field. Now, what about their pitching? How's their pitching looking these days? No Verlander. The order is probably a little jumbled up because they had to play in the wild card round, but you got Framber, should be pitching our first game, 87 overall. You got McCullers, Javier, and Luis Garcia is probably all that we'll be facing. Lance McCullers, ooh, his overall's going down and his potential's going down. And he was horrible. He's been horrible for 2 seasons now. Wow. How do you have a 6.07 ERA, 100 walks, 104 walks on the season, and finish with a 14-6 record? That is ridiculous. That just goes to show, again, another example of why pitcher wins and losses don't matter. Now, what about the bullpen? Do they even have a lefty besides Hader? They don't. So we shouldn't have to worry about facing a lefty unless we're down in the 9th inning. But they do have Brian Abreu, who I could see being tough to hit, almost maxed out hits and Ks per 9 and clutch. Man, and Hunter Brown and Urquidy as their 2 long relievers. They actually both had pretty solid regular seasons. Brown with a 2.50 ERA and then Urquidy with a 2.94 in 128 innings. I mean, if I were them, I'd at least start one of them over McCullers in this series. And then real quick, just to touch on what our ALDS rosters are looking like. Our entire starting lineup, nothing's changed here, but on the bench, the CPU decided that Brian Ramos was going to stay up after being a September call-up, and then out of absolutely nowhere, with 0 days on the MLB roster in the regular season, Ryan McKenna's here as a backup outfielder, so sure. And then when it comes to pitching, I had to mess with this a little bit because the game put both Eater and Schuster in the rotation, and I don't really want either of them getting a start over any of these 4 starters. I don't know though, most of the time in the past at least, the game puts somebody back in that 5 spot, even if it really only is a 4-man rotation in the playoffs. So I might have to readjust things after the first game, I'm not sure. But we also have Johnny Lasagna and Miguel Castro back up from the minors, and they're up in place of Davy Garcia, thank God. But then the real weird decision is the other one that is not on the ALDS roster is Michael Kopech. So right now, within March to October, there's no way to actually look at Kopech. He doesn't show up anywhere on our depth chart, and if we go to the next season, he's not there because he's not under contract. So I don't get to see what even his ending overall finished at in the season. But I don't know. I don't really understand the CPU's thought process in keeping Kopech off of the postseason roster, because like I would have kept him up over Miguel Castro. I don't really feel the need to have Castro, who gave us 2 innings in the regular season. But anyway, it's finally time to hop into game 1 of the 2025 postseason. We're starting down 2-1 at home against the Astros. We've already put up a run this inning, and we have a runner on third. And of course, we're the hosts. We're at home. It looks like it's raining, so October in Chicago in the rain. This isn't the greatest conditions to be playing in. But the fans are there. The fans showed up. Look at that sea of people packing Guaranteed Rate Field. When are we ever going to see that again? All right, so let's get things going here in the rain. Vlad up against Framber in the 6th. Looks like we've got wind blowing out to right field, and I want to see what we've got going on here. They have 6 hits on the board. We only have the 2, and it looks like up until this inning, we only had the 1, and it was Vlad, but it looks like it was a Luis Robert Jr. walk and an Eloy triple. That's what got us our run, in Eloy on third. Okay, we got some hustle out of the big guy here in the playoffs. 6 innings, 2 earned, 4 punch outs for Cease. All right, so let's get going. Let's see what we can do here with the runner on third. All we need is a fly ball. And actually, it looks like the infield's playing back, so all we really need is a ground ball, and we can tie this one up. And he keeps throwing me curves, and that one I should never be missing. I'm late on it. There we go. That might actually just leave. No, it's just going to get over his head. Jordan with a misplay. We're going to get into second, and I will take that. Driving in the run and getting a new runner in scoring position. That is just the start we needed, man. Vlad absolutely ripped that one. The only reason I thought that was actually leaving was because Eloy just took off from third. I feel like anybody but Jordan in left probably would have made a play on that one. All right, I'll take a walk from Vaughn. Doesn't really help us. Kind of just sets up a double play with only 1 out. But it's also an extra base runner for Colson Montgomery. And that's good. That's going to drop in. Vlad didn't run quick enough to actually score on that. But there we go. Colson Montgomery, the rookie, with his first postseason hit here in his first postseason game. Need one more big swing here, man. Duran can smack the ball against lefties. He's got it in him. Oh my God, that was even better than I drew it up in my head. Ezekiel Duran with the go-ahead grand slam. We have not made an out yet in this game. This is what this team has done this entire season. We had so many come from behind games. We loaded in the regular season, down a run, down 2 runs, so many times. And it felt like just about every single time we were able to make the comeback, and not just make the comeback, but usually erase the deficit immediately in the first inning we're in the game, and we did it again. And again, not only erase the deficit, but we just took a 4-run lead. I said it near the end of the season, and I still feel the same way. I really don't think I've ever played this well with a March to October team. And man, that is not at all how you want to start coming out of the pen with your new guy after a 6-run inning already. Oh, but he got Garver. Yeah, way too early on that backdoor circle change. I don't need to be swinging at that, but I have a little bit of a lead now to feel comfortable swinging at something like that. All right, well, Cease went into the dugout after his half of the 6th inning, down 2, and now he comes back out with a 4-run 6-2 lead. So we'll see how much longer we can go in this game with him. But he's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot of gas left in the tank. That's like halfway full. And look at that reaction from Robert out in center. Perfect jump on that ball. And there we go. We got the grounder over to Vlad. And that should be out number 3. Nice quick inning. I was trying to pitch to contact there now that we have our big lead, and it worked out. Oh man, that was almost a fun start to this next inning there if I was a little bit less under it. Whoa, that might be the most topspin I've ever seen. I don't even know, did that hit the ground immediately, or was that a line drive that just curved downwards like that? I don't know. It's a hit either way. I guess it doesn't matter. It says negative 19-degree launch angle, so I think it hit the ground first. I wanted to take off there. Okay, we're gonna get in, but it didn't even give Robert enough time to take the lead I was trying to take before the pitcher started throwing the ball. Like, I tried to take a lead before taking off, and it took him forever to take his lead, and before he did, we were getting the pitch. And I guess that's a walk, so the stolen base doesn't mean anything. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and Vaughn, let's not do this again, Vaughn. He had a terrible postseason last year. I don't want that again. He was one of our better players in the regular season. We can't have his bat go cold again. And Vaughn's playing third. I must have missed something then. Must have missed something when setting up these playoff lineups here. Because, yeah, it should be the other way around, and I don't know how I didn't notice that earlier. I mean, we had that ground ball hit to Vlad over at first, and it didn't click in my brain. I don't know if Vlad's making that play, though, anyway, so I doubt that really mattered there. Oh, what a pitch there. Cease did everything he could to walk him, but we got the swing, even though that one ended up out of the zone somehow. Oh, and another base hit here. I might call it there with Cease. We don't want anything to get started here. It is the 8th inning. There's no reason to just leave Cease in. He's not going for a shutout or anything. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take Cease out. We'll get Johnny Lasagna in for him. Oh, no. Oh, don't be doing this. Do not give the Astros more than they deserve. There we go. We'll take an out at least. The run comes around to score, but a free out. Don't need that, though. A blooper after the weak hit from, what was it, Tucker? I don't even remember how the first guy got on. Was that another weak hit? You gotta be kidding me. I mean, it makes that out at third even bigger, but oh my god, that was 2 at-bats in a row where we got an instant 0-2 count and then couldn't put them away. That was a slurve in on the plate, or in off the plate on the hands. At least that's where it was meant to be. I don't know where it ended up. Yeah, that was definitely a ball if he took it in off the plate, but it's still Yordan. I guess you probably don't leave in Johnny Lasagna after that, do you? Oh, I haven't pitched to 3 batters yet. I didn't even know that. It felt like I did, but nope, that was only 2, so we have to face Altuve. And Montgomery, I got a yellow throw. Oh, but we got saved by Vaughn. All right. I was certain that play wasn't going to be made and we were going to have to deal with more base runners. But all right, we still have the lead. At the very least, we'll have Crochet in a save situation, but we need some more insurance to feel even better about it. And Montgomery's going to get it started nicely there. Base hit through the right side. We got a leadoff base runner. We need him to come around and score. And that's not going to happen. Is Duran going to be fast enough to beat it out at least? Okay, so no double play. We just replace the runner at first with a bit more speed on the out. Benintendi. Oh, I got a lot of that. That might go with 45 power. Andrew Benintendi's going to deliver. We need more runs. We get more runs. Why would they leave Urquidy out there? I don't even know why they'd have him out there to start this inning. I know he'd been going good, but like, man, this is the playoffs. And then you leave him in after the 2-run shot. I don't get it. Even if it works, like I know it worked there. They're going to get an out, but like, I don't know. That's not realistic. Oh, and we get the cherry on top. The 1 extra run. I missed it. I missed the fastball right down the pipe. I was under it last time with Fletcher, and he didn't miss it this time. I've put up 8 runs. We came into this game with 1 on the board. and we have 9. And we get to dig even deeper into that bullpen. Or I guess not even deeper, because this is only the second bullpen arm we'll be seeing, but at least we get to see a new bullpen arm. And we draw a walk. We're not going away yet. I put up a competitive AB regardless of the score. And Eloy, he's not letting up either. That's going to be... Actually, I'm going to hold him up at first. I know Jordan's got an arm out there. No reason to risk that out. The more pitches we can make Graveman throw, the better. And now, that's a bunch more pitches there. We load up the bases again on the walk. No, Vaughn broke his bat, and the play's made. Oh, Vaughn, don't do this to me again for another postseason. Don't be the disappointment. All right, well, even without coming away with any more runs with Vaughn there, we're still no longer in a safe spot. So we'll go with Tukey to end it. Fan favorite. And there we go. Caught him looking on the sinker. I think my new March to October frustration after this season is going to have to do with that you can't change people's positions, because I would love to change Tukey into a starter, because where he's at right now, he's 68 overall as a reliever. But that probably means that if we could change him to a primary starter, he'd be like a 75, maybe a 76 overall. And that would definitely give him a chance to make our starting rotation going into next year. But with him being stuck as a reliever and stuck at a 68 overall, there's still that question mark of what the CPU might do with him. I feel like there's always the chance that they non-tender him, or they keep him off the MLB roster. You never know. But he just got us a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th to win our first postseason game of 2025. And what a game it was. 8 runs put up on the board by me with this team. It got close again, and then we just slammed the door. They put up 3, I put up 3 in response. And again, I feel like I should point it out, anytime we start a new postseason, just in case anybody isn't aware. But this momentum, the Fireballs, in my experience, doesn't really make a difference when you're in the postseason. You play in every single game, so there's no simmed game wins, and I haven't really seen it make too much of a difference in the portions of the games that are simmed. So game 2 at home against the Astros, okay. This is the one way you're going to be able to beat me, Astros. They're loading me in, not just down 6-2 to start, but also down 6-2 in the bottom of the 8th. They're not even giving me much time to make this comeback. But hey, we're starting in almost an identical spot to where we were last game. Runner on third, nobody out this time. And I scored 5. I scored 5 runs myself in that first inning that we came into the game last time out. And that would get us the lead in this one. So am I worried? No. All right, so let's go for it then. While I'm hot here, let's get into game 2. And it's Vlad again. It's like the same situation except Fletcher on third instead of Eloy. What's it looking like out there today? Is it a day game? It's at least an evening game. No rain. I guess also these presentations, I think, happen when the game actually starts. So by the time we actually play, if I skip this, what are we looking like then? Is it the nighttime yet? No, it's still the day. Okay. McCullers is the one on the mound. They've got 3 homers out of Tucker, McCormick, and Jeremy Pena. Both our runs have been driven in by Vlad. He's got a double, Fletcher with the triple to get himself on third. And it was Jordan Montgomery with the rough outing in this one. 6 runs allowed, 5 earned. Jake Eaters had to come in. He's actually done a really nice job in long relief. 4 2/3, 7 punch outs. And then Clay Holmes was in. So let's see what we can do here against McCullers. McCullers has always been somebody that I've personally struggled hitting, but with him being as bad as he is in this universe now, and also being 81 pitches into the game, maybe it'll make him a little bit easier to hit. Oh, and they let me hold up. All right, I will take that then as a start. We need base runners. We need people to come around and score, so a walk helps that. I didn't even realize, and now I don't remember what we had on in the last game, but it's kind of cool we've got the City Connects on in the postseason. Oh, that's a pitch we gotta hit. I want to know how I missed it. I was too far under it. See, that's the clutch rating, this small PCI with the 59 clutch. Okay, and then we work it back to 3-2. They went 3 straight sliders to try and get me chasing. Okay, that was a good foul off there. I was not on that pitch. Look at how small that PCI was on that pitch. I had good timing, and my PCI placement was probably pretty good for how small it was. That would have been nice if that stayed fair. Okay, we're still staying alive. Another good timing swing. Oh my God, Robert, buddy. We got to work on your clutch rating. Somehow. Is that going to be another good timing foul ball? Oh my God. Dude, I am all over anything he's throwing here. He just needs to throw one way out of the zone, or we need to put it in play. Or I'll finally miss it. I bet I even had good timing on that. What's it gonna tell me? Yep, good timing. I was just a little too far off that time. Unbelievable. Went to the same pitch so many times in a row, and I couldn't center it up. Eloy, though, that's a nice piece of hitting there. Back up the middle. We get the run across. We get another runner on base. And just like that, the tying run's coming up to the plate. And they're going to be going to the bullpen. Is this Abreu? It is. It's Brian Abreu. Their highest rated. He might be their highest rated arm. He might have been higher than Hader is. Vaughn, we need something out of you. He's 0 for 3 again today. And they're not going to let me check swing. That looked pretty bad. Okay, Vaughn does get one through. We're going to hold everybody where they are. One base at a time on that one. You can't miss that. An 0-2 slider right down the middle. I think that's Vaughn's first hit of this postseason. It didn't take him 20 whatever at bats like it did last year. Passing the baton on to the next guy. It's Garver. He is no stranger to big postseason home runs for this White Sox team. Oh! What? If it tells me I was on that and the only reason I missed was because he had to let go of the bat, I guarantee my timing was good. It was. Okay, my PCI was a little off. I was going to be so angry if that was supposed to be a good... No! That needs to be a base hit and another run across. That needs to be bases loaded, a 6-4 game, and still the 1 out. We're really gonna have a diving playmate against us to end that. Ugh. That was our chance, man. That was the hanging slider right down the pipe with the big power bat. All right, we gotta hold them where they're at, so I'm gonna go Tanner Scott, our highest rated arm in the pen. All right, there we go. Froze him on that slider low and in. That's what we have to do. We can't let them get anything going. Oh, look at that. I went kind of bold there and we hit the spot. Couple backwards Ks on the slider. We just need one more, Scott. And there we go. 3 strikeouts on the slider to keep him right where they're at. That was a big inning because if we let him do anything there, that would make it even tougher than it's already going to be. We got to make a 3-run comeback against Josh Hader. Looks like he had not that great of a first outing in the postseason back in the wild card round, but he's not the easiest arm to face, especially on legend difficulty. Honestly, do I even, like, I know Montgomery is really good, but Hader lefty is not fun. I don't know though, attribute wise, Montgomery is better than anyone we could bring in. So I think the move is to stick with Montgomery. We'll have to hit lefty. And that has to drop in. Okay. Oh, I would have started to get heated if they made another diving play on me. All right, Duran against the lefty. We need something big here. Obviously, we can't tie it on one swing, but he needs to get himself on. And he's just gonna hit it out. Thanks, Duran. 2 games, 2 bombs from this dude. I was so quiet with him in the regular season. I don't actually remember doing anything special with Ezekiel Duran in the regular season. And now I've come in and hit home runs in back-to-back games. Like I said though, we can't tie it on one swing. We still have to finish this comeback. We still need one more run, but that is huge. 2 runs without making our first out yet. And I think I'm going to leave Benintendi in also. He's got pretty good numbers lefty. Come on, drop in. Nice, Benintendi. 3 for 3 in our first at-bats against Hader, but this is where we have to bring in the pinch hitter. Dominic Fletcher due up next, lefty. I might want a pinch runner too. We'll think about that, but let's see what we want to do with the batter first. Because, yeah, Fletcher with his 44 contact, 44 power, we can't be having that I'll probably go Hampson, even though Hampson would be the ideal pinch runner also, but I could go McKenna as a pinch runner with 78 speed. Let's get Hampson up at the plate first, and then what do I want to do? Benintendi's got 51 speed, McKenna's got 78. I think it's probably worth it. That's the tying run. I mean, even though that's not the biggest difference in speed, that could be enough to make the difference between a gapper being a run versus holding him up at third. It is also tempting to lay down a bunt with Hampson. Like, we know he can get one down. Very tempting to lay one down, move the runner up to second, and then we have the big guys up. But I'm also really good with Hampson, so I'm kind of, well, and there I'm proven wrong. Proven very wrong. That is a killer. That is awful. Oh, that's a tough pitch. That's a tough pitch for strike 2. Vlad, no, don't stop at the track. No. Oh, so close. I did so much there. We came in. I've never loaded into a game with that big of a deficit, especially in the postseason. We were down 4 in a terrible spot. I mean, really, you could have loaded me in. If you're going to put me in down 4, put me in like the 6th inning. Like last game. Don't wait until the bottom of the 8th where I get 2 innings. And we came up 1 run short, and the difference literally was that diving double play that was made to end the 8th inning. If that gets through, or if even it wasn't a double play and they only got 1 out of it, that's a tie game. That would have given us the 1 extra run then. Our 2 runs in the 9th would have tied it. We'd still be playing. All right, well, let's see then. Let's see if the game really is trying to screw me over, because it's easy to forget game 1 also was loading in losing. So we've been losing both games that I've had to come into. So game 3, is it going to be any different? I mean, it's tied this time. Obviously, that's a little better. We entered tied last game. We would have won by 3. And we also see our first team moving on to the championship series. The Dodgers swept Philly. Reds and Braves are going to a winner-take-all game 5. Then we got the Rangers, who took the next 2 games after the Yankees took a 1-0 lead against them to start. And then it's us, all tied at 1, when I still feel like it shouldn't be. And I just realized that I forgot to look at this after game 1, and it's going to cost us here. Well, actually, it probably didn't cost us because it's a tie game at 0. But they did automatically refill that 5th rotation spot. They brought Schuster back in to the starting rotation, but not only that, they also reordered the rotation so that Schuster was actually going to be pitching. And since he's at the top here, I'm pretty sure that means he got the start in this game that we're going to be loading into tied, which again, that means he's given us 6 scoreless so far, so that's good, but he wasn't supposed to be starting. And I don't know though, even though this is all coming in 1 episode, I was still planning on playing this in multiple sittings, but I'm kind of swinging a hot bat right now, so I kind of want to hop into this next game. We're going to go for it. It's a 0-0 tie with dueling 2 hitters, and we have a runner on first to start this top of the 7th. We're on the road, we're in Minute Maid, and we have to take at least 1 game on the road because they took a game on the road against us. All right, it's Luis Robert leading it off this time. It won't be his clutch rating active because the runner's only on first, and actually, before we start, I just want to see what we're looking like. So it's Fletcher and Vaughn with our only 2 hits, then Eloy got hit, and Vlad drew a walk for him to be on first right now. It was Schuster on the bump. He was kind of insane, or he is kind of insane because he might still be going. 11 punch outs with only the 2 hits allowed and nothing else. Not even a walk. On their side, they've got a double out of Altuve, another hit out of Kyle Tucker. Looks like Altuve must have stolen third because I don't see that he's been on base a different time. And then it's Christian Javier for them with the 2 hits allowed, the walk, the 9 punch outs. We gotta win it for our guy. We gotta win it for Schuster pitching like this. We gotta hit one over the train tracks with Robert with that 99 power. I'm not saying it has to be this at bat, but sometime within these next 2 games, we gotta see one of those, right? Okay, I will take that. That was a really tough 3-2 pitch that probably would have been called a strike. It was at least going to be a 50-50 call. No, I didn't want to swing. Oh, that was supposed to be a check because I knew I wasn't on it. At least it's only the first out. Still got 2 more to work with, but that's a shame. Check swing there. Take strike 1. We'd still be hitting with Eloy. We maybe could have seen a better pitch. Vaughn, get through. That is easily getting through. I'm sending him. I'm sending everybody. Vladdy's scoring, Roberts moving up to third, and Andrew Vaughn gives us the lead. Good piece of hitting, going the other way, not hitting into 2, and setting us up in a good spot now to get even more on the board. All we need is a fly ball. No, I actually thought I saw that one pretty well, but I think I was still a little early on it. Yeah, only a little early. Look at how small that PCI got. I don't understand that. Off-speed pitches away, for some reason, the PCI just, it's not even real. It's not even a thing anymore. Montgomery, oh, I hit that hard. That was a pretty nice swing. That's a shame, but at least we got a run across. We took the lead. We did some damage. And now I'm curious, 72 pitches in for Schuster. He's got a lot left. I'll stick with him, at least to face Jordan lefty-lefty. It's the 3 pitches that worry me more than the stamina. Oh my God, how do you lay off of that on a 2-strike count? And we got him, another slider away. If I remember right, one of Schuster's call-up games, one of those starts was against the Astros. And I do remember he punched out Jordan a couple of times in that start, whichever one it was. So Schuster just has Jordan's number on the mound this year. I'm going to leave him in for at least this one more though, because Altuve pretty much has the same contact both ways, but his power against righties is better. We're not going to make this play, are we? No, we did. Schuster recovered quick enough. All right, well, now this one. This might be where I end it with Schuster. McCormick, yeah, he's way better against lefties. So is Senzel up next. Not much of a reason to leave Schuster in and ruin things. So we'll go ahead. We'll get Clay Holmes into the game. Give Schuster a standing ovation, even though he's on the road. Great outing from a guy who wasn't even supposed to get a start. Okay, there we go. Easy 2 strikes. Now we just need the put-away pitch. And we got the put-away pitch. It is so easy sometimes with Clay Holmes. All right, we're seeing Graveman again. I felt like I remember hitting him pretty well the first time I saw him, but I guess I didn't score off of him? Oh, my God. Duran. Did he? Oh, it's going to get off the wall. Oh, my God. He came so close to going deep for a 3rd time in 3 games. That one was against a righty. Benintendi, man, I'm kind of on fire with him too, even if that didn't get down. That was another good Benintendi swing. Oh my God, that one's not going to get down either. That is another really good swing, dude. Benintendi and Fletcher, one of those has to get down. And then I just missed that with Vlad. 3 good timing swings on sliders in a row. I know that one wasn't a good swing overall, but still, I time up 3 pitches in a row and we walk away with nothing. All right, well, Holmes stays in. I want to keep him in this entire inning. The tough matchup is going to be the second batter because that's Yainer Diaz. Dude, look at that. It's just 2 sinkers and a slider. That's how I got McCormick. That's how I got Senzel now. Can we go with the same formula here? No, I missed my spot, of course. Okay, well, there's our sinker in for strike 2. Can we get another chase on the slider? Well, we got the chase. It just wasn't missed, but it's the same result. And we went slurve that time. Same thing. Another punch out from Holmes. Solid inning in a 3rd. We set it up for Crochet, and we have a chance at more insurance. You're going to another new arm. It's Forrest Whitley. It's going to be our first time seeing him. That doesn't get over Altuve's head? There we go. Eloy, he feels like he's just a line drive machine right now. I can't get any lift on the ball with him, but I keep hitting line drives. Vaughn with the line drive? That's got to get over Jordan's head. Yeah, I didn't actually realize that Eloy took off there. Are we not going to get back? Oh my God, Vaughn. How does that even happen? Okay, Garver doesn't care that there's 2 outs. He's going to go ahead and get us that second run. I was going to be upset if I flew out or something, but we're good. We get that second run. We get the insurance. We get the extra run for Crochet. Oh, and I went first pitch swinging. Didn't quite get around on it, but that'll have to do it. We put up 2 in this one. It'll be Crochet's first save opportunity. Gotta see him convert. He did not have nearly as good of a season as last year. I mean, last year he gave up 1 run. He was the reliever of the year. This year, that ERA was almost at 4. Not what you want to see out of your closer, but we need him to wake back up here in the postseason. We know he has it in him. And all right, that worried me at first, but Benintendi's going to get there. We're good. That's going to die at the wall, and Fletcher's going to make the play. Okay, the foul ball, that's strike 2. Just need a chase. Slider low. 0-2 count. Don't want it to even be close. That was actually a good pitch. Oh, he's not swinging. Come on. Oh my God. We don't want to see Jordan. I'm going to make sure this one's in the zone because I don't want to see Jordan. Okay, that's fine. I'm giving him something to hit though. I want this to be in the zone. And he actually hit it. I didn't want to put him on for free. I did not want to walk him. I didn't want to be non-competitive to get Jordan up. So at least he had to earn it. Okay, Jordan way out in front. We've got him down to 2 strikes. Let's go with that slider. That is the pitch that gets him. Lefty sliders away, and we pick up the win in game 3. We only need one more. Another big hitting game for me though. Only the 2 runs scored, but I think I put up 6 hits, and it probably could have been another 1 or 2 more, thinking back to that 8th inning and those good swings that didn't get down for hits. But all right, game 4. We're gonna have a chance to win on the road, and I want to. I don't want it to go to a game 5. Let's wrap it up in Minute Maid. We got another tie game in the top of the 7th. Basically the same situation, except 1 run apiece instead of 0. And the Rangers moved on, so that's who's waiting for us if we do wrap this one up. So I'm just gonna go for it. While I'm still swinging a good bat, playing well, we'll hop into one more game, and hopefully this is what ends it. Man, I do like Minute Maid. I do like seeing Minute Maid Park. It's a nice looking stadium. It's just I need to see the day where we don't see Minute Maid Park in the postseason, both in this game and in real life. All right, so let's get it here. Eloy up. Runner on first. Let's check the situation like we always do. Our 1 run came from a Benintendi solo shot, and our only other hit was by Robert. We have a walk from Vaughn. Civali took the bump, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned, 6 punch outs, their earned run, a solo shot of their own. So man, I've been swinging a good bat with Eloy. I've been hitting line drives. If we can hit one into the gap with Robert's speed, we could take the lead here. Oh my God, that might be exactly what we need. It just needs to get down. Get off the wall. No, it didn't get down. Wow, I thought that was for sure doing something. Oh, I got on top of it, dude. That cutter is very difficult to slow the bat down for. I did it with Eloy. Would have been nice if that got down. Civali only has 50 pitches thrown. Okay. Look at how much energy he has left. Wow. I mean, it's scary to face Jordan with the righty, but I don't think you take him out here. Are you kidding me? On that? When he was early? I'm not facing Jordan with a righty again, unless I have to. He's impossible to pitch to. That was a perfectly executed backdoor cutter up and away. He was early, he was out on his front foot, and he still got enough of it to hit it out? And now Altuve with the hit. All right, well, he looked like he was having such a strong day, and now we're done with Civali. He didn't even get me an extra out. Didn't really know who I wanted to go with between Holmes and Tanner Scott, but we went Holmes. Had such a good outing last game. Hope he can do the same thing for me again. Get us through this 7th. All right, here we go. Slurve does it again. Another punch out for Holmes. Oh my God, that does not need to be a hit. And he's going to get up to 3rd on this. That was actually really close. Oh wait, he's out. Oh, they called him out. I didn't feel the vibration in my controller. Usually when you get the tag down in time, you feel that little buzz to your controller, but I didn't feel it, so I thought he was safe. All right, Robert then, with the cannon. That is a huge play. We can't find a way to sit down Pena. This is what happened in the last game, too. In that 9th inning with Crochet, we couldn't sit down Jeremy Pena. Oh my God, this is about to be a 10-pitch at bat. We haven't even gotten him to 3 balls yet. Stay in play. Fletcher's going to run that down. All right, nice. I mean, we needed Holmes to come in and do that. No more coming around to score. That's only 1 run. I'm going to hit. We've been hitting in every single game. We've got 2 innings to make up this deficit. Oh, God, that's a pitch. That's a pitch we got to be hitting there, Garver. And we got the same pitch again. Please run, Garver. Please be faster than you are. What is it with Garver hitting rockets to the 3rd baseman that they make a diving play on? Colson Montgomery with the perfect swing, and it did get past him in right. I thought it looked like they were playing some weird positioning there and he wasn't going to get there. That's a big hit there, big double. And that's going to be it for Garcia. So we get another look at that bullpen to bring this tying run across. Who's it going to be this time? It's Brian Abreu. They just showed me who was warming up, and it was Hader and it was Forrest Whitley. So is he coming in cold, or does the CPU just not have to warm people up? And it's Duran again. That's going to get down. I'm not going to send him, though. I don't want to risk that. He was a little bit more in than I thought he was going to be by the time he got to that ball. So we can hold him at third. 1 out means a fly ball is all we need. Oh, and Benintendi with the perfect. I don't know if that's going to go or get down, but it's definitely going to be deep enough, and it's going to get down. That might score Duran. I'm going to send him. 84 speed, and that's going to get him all the way around to score and take the lead. Benintendi again. It would have been nice if he had a little bit more power to get that one out, but I will take that. A 2 RBI double. If he had a little bit more speed, that should have been a triple probably. Oh my God, and Fletcher just went deep to the opposite field, and he made it look easy. He made it look like that's just something he does out of nowhere. Or maybe not out of nowhere, because we were expecting it. I've been hitting with this team. We knew it was going to happen. But just like that, we go from down 1 in the 8th inning to a commanding 3-run lead. And I don't even know if Abreu got an out. So let's see. Back in game 1, I put up what? What did I do? 7 runs? Was it 7 or was it 8? It might have been 8 runs. Game 2, even though we didn't win, I still put up 3 runs of my own. Last game, game 3, I put up 2. And then this one, I've put up 4. This has to be the most runs, the most hitting I've done with a March to October team. Like, so many times in these postseason games, it's like a close game. It's like 2-1, 1-0, those type of games. But I am showing up to the plate and I'm putting up runs. This is a special team. And we're still not even done, man. 1 out on the board here in the 8th, and Vlad is getting it started all over again. Oh, what am I doing there? Oh. Okay, Eloy. Keep it going there with that little jammed hit. Get Vlad all the way up to third. And Vaughn, no, I was a little on top of that one. So no more, but a 4 spot in the 8th inning. And man, it is crazy the difference an inning makes. Last inning, I was pitching on my toes, on the edge of my seat. This inning with a 3-run lead and Tanner Scott coming in, feel a little bit more comfortable. Feel like I can be a little bit more laid back. And there we go. Weak jammed on that inside slider. Honestly, this Tanner Scott and Clay Holmes duo, the free agent signings in the offseason, it is such a game changer, especially during this postseason run where we're going to be seeing a late game opportunity every time out. We're going to be seeing so much of Scott, so much of Holmes, and they're both such good arms that it is, I mean, I already said difference maker, but I can't really think of a better way to describe it. It's going to make such a difference. And there we go. Punched him out on the slider. And that one was kept in the zone. Another punch out for Scott. We keep the lead at 3. 1 more to go, and we're moving on. And Garver's going to go the opposite way. I'm going to push it, try and get him up to 2. He should be able to get there. Tucker's slow getting to it, and we're in. Leadoff double. 1 more run here to make this not a save situation. Why not? What was that move? Oh, man, that curve. That fooled me. That got me. That had a lot of break to it. Oh, is that going to be caught? Okay, I'll try and score on this. 26 speed, and we're going to be in. All right, another run batted in by Duran. Not as impressive as what he's been doing throughout the rest of this series, but there we go. We make it no longer a save situation. Oh my God, and Benintendi's going deep again on that swing. Being that far under it, he can still send it 10 rows up. I don't know, between him and Ezekiel Duran, who to be more impressed with. Like, who's had a better series? I've hit 2 homers with both of them. Benintendi has a 3rd of his own. That's 2 in this game. Benintendi also had that double, the 2-run double on the perfect swing earlier in this game. I don't know. But honestly, when you're getting your most production out of Andrew Benintendi and Ezekiel Duran on a team filled with players like the players we have, to me, that's a really good sign. We can't forget Dominic Fletcher. Also, I've hit 2 home runs with him in the series. Make it, no, not make it 3. I don't think that one's going to go, but it's going to be extra bases again for him. I might make it 3 in the sense that we're going to get 3 on it with a triple. That's easy. Standing up, it's just unreal how easy it is to hit with this team up and down the lineup 1 through 9. And Vlad, is he going to be the one to get it over the tracks? He's blocking it. I can't see. Okay, I saw at the very end. It didn't get over the tracks, but like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Another home run. I've driven in 8 runs again in this game. We started with 1. We're up to 9. I don't know what there is left to say that I haven't said already about this team. The only thing is, it is such a shame that we had to load in to that game 2 in the spot that we did, because if there was ever a team that I could have gone undefeated with in a full postseason run, it would be this team if we didn't have to load into a game down 4 in the bottom of the 8th. And I am not done yet. If we have a chance to absolutely bury these Astros, that's what we're going to do. It's almost unfathomable that it was just the 7th inning when I gave up the go-ahead home run to Jordan, and I was worried about this game. I was nervous that we were going to have to go to a winner-take-all game 5, and I'm up 9-2, and I'm still not letting up. Eloy, I'm a little behind that, but that's got some carry. Oh yeah, it's gonna go. Everybody's got to get one today. If they're handing them out, everybody's got to get one. Eloy with his first of the series. Vlad hit his first of the series. Who else needs one? Does Vaughn have one? I don't think Vaughn has one yet. Do we get one for Vaughn? Or is that it's just gonna drop in fair for a double? We'll have to settle for the double. Garver, we're still going. I'm sending Vaughn. We're going to get this 10-run lead. And yep, we're just barely in there. 12-2. I'm still being patient. They're rightfully scared to throw strikes at this point. Oh, and I just got under that. Another good timing swing. We leave it 1 batter shy for Benintendi to get a chance at 2 homers in 1 inning. I think we've got a good chance of wrapping this one up. Let's get Tukey in for a second appearance of the series. Second game finished. There we go. Easy grounder over to short for Montgomery. Now let's see if Tukey can be the righty that can handle Jordan. And we got him. Of course, leave it to Tukey Toussaint to be the righty that can sit down Jordan. They're down to their last strike with the foul ball there. Let's see if we can get Altuve down on the big curve. We do. It stayed in the zone, and we're moving on to the ALCS in dominant fashion. There is nothing else I can say that I haven't said already to praise this team. We just got to keep it going. But if I can play even half as good as I played against the Astros here in the ALDS, we will easily walk our way into back-to-back World Series wins. That felt good on so many levels. We're heading back to the ALCS for the 2nd year in a row. The Astros are getting eliminated in the division series for the 2nd year in a row, so their ALCS streak is over and it's never coming back. But also to do that to the team that bounced the White Sox in real life the last time they made it to the playoffs, and the only team that's ever knocked me out of the playoffs when I was using the White Sox, I think in 22's March to October. So it's always nice to beat the Astros, but even better to beat them in the way that I just did. And now it's going to be on to the other AL West team, the winners of the division. So it should only get tougher, but like that's acting like it was tough to begin with against the Astros, which it was not. We get the lead to start things off. It was the Braves who made it over the Reds, and they've taken the first 2 against the Dodgers. But yeah, that is where the first episode of the postseason here in year 2 is coming to a close. And feel free to let me know what you're thinking. Do you like the new format for the postseason? Are you okay with the scenery change behind me? Let me know your thoughts. I always like reading comments. But until then, make sure you hit the like button for me if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But most importantly, thanks for watching another one today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.